Just assume he's Emperor Manx and just be done with it.
Exactly. If this was if he was running for Emperor, if that's what you could run for Emperor.
If you could run for Emperor.
Yeah. All right.
Emperor.
In the top right-hand corner, we have making I think his third game that we've casted now. It is All-In's PSosa.
Down here in the bottom right of Larelect, we have the Teal Terran Monk.
Teal Terran. Okay. So Team Unrivaled is also a team that plays in that Chobo Team League, right? That All-In also competes in. So that Chobo Team League not only is a team league, right? It also anybody who's on one of those teams could participate in any of these tournaments that are thrown, weeklies, monthlies, all that kind of stuff, all that good stuff. There's a Chobo Star League, which is, I think, 32 players over a whole season. So it's a lot of opportunities to go and play these players over and over again. Mm-hmm. And I know Monk's a name I've seen a lot, and PSosa I know plays in a lot of tournaments, like I was saying before. So I'm sure these guys know each other's playstyle very, very well. PSosa I think won, not last one or one before the Chobo Star League. So he's got his games are out there. They're out there to study, and I'm sure Monks are as well. So we'll see what happens.
Opening up pool first, no gas into hatchery.
Yeah, it was a double extracted trick into pool into hatchery.
Monk is going Reaper. Looks like Reaper expand.
Yep. So it looks pretty standard, I would say. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Monk goes and checks to see if he sees the Overlord coming across, because that's actually pretty common. I think I usually scout in the direction of my opponent's natural first. So if he was playing me, he would have saw my Overlord immediately. Mm-hmm. PSosa is unfortunately going to go the wrong way with his Lings here. But he's taking a third as well. So these Lings aren't like a commitment, this heavy commitment to an attack. They're really to see if they could catch a CC first out and cancel it. But unfortunately, he's going the wrong way.
Yeah, and quite a shame, because if he had, with his Reaper going the other way, it is possible he could have, maybe not forced to cancel, but at least killed the SCV and forced another SCV to come down.
I think he definitely could have got a cancel, for sure. Especially because he's made one Reaper and going right into a reactor right afterwards. And this Reaper is, like, way out. Well, he may still be able to get it. Let's see. I don't know how the timing's going to work out here.
He's going to come down.
It's going to be a little close.
The reactor's just finished, so here come the Marines.
Yeah. And the Reaper's coming back home.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know about a cancel. I definitely think he can stop.
He can stop the building. Yeah. All right. That's something. It's not a complete loss of these Lings.
Yeah.
See a little dance here. See if we can take out some units. No. Oh, sorry.
Clean up these Lings. These Lings are down. Brings the SCV down. So he's going to finish it up. Not going to be too far behind where he would have been, but it is a little something. If Monk was going for something very particular, those small things can throw it off.
Yeah. But all in all, Monk lost pretty much nothing. Got delayed a little bit on his natural, but I'm sure he's happy with that.
They're seeing PSosa take double gas in his natural. So curious to see how that can affect scouting. Does he see the double gas in his natural and assume it's 4 gas, or does he not see the double gas in his main and think it's no gas? It's kind of curious to see how that scouting ends up working out.
Yeah, a lot of times you see double gas in the natural, right? You might assume it's 4 gases, which you could assume is just fast queen. But he's actually going to go in there with his Reaper and see that there's, in fact, no gas at in the main. So he's not going to be afraid of anything like crazy fast mutas and anything like that.
He's the Roach Warrants. He knows generally what's coming, making a tank, and this is not the easiest front to break, especially once now that these rocks exist.
Yep. Interesting to note though is Monk did not see the third base, or which direction the third base is in, so he may think it's either the back left or no third at all. Depends where his Overlord, his medevac goes. If he goes to the right to try to do some damage with this siege tank drop, mostly he's just going to try to clear some creep at the edge here, so it's not going to be nothing too big. He's gonna see the creep now. Yeah, he sees the creep now. So he sees the third. But he also sees the roaches coming for him. So, depending on his micro, he's gonna try to pick away at these roaches before they get to his base. And it looks like he's gonna do a pretty good job of that.
And that's definitely gonna weaken any ability of this attack.
Yep.
Getting a couple of pot shots off with the tank. And there's a decent number of Marines here. I mean, these roaches don't really look like they're gonna get very much done. Granted, he has a third, so it's not like these roaches need to win in the game. It does look like they're gonna do very little. These roaches may get caught.
Oh, these roaches definitely get caught.
This is going to be very tough now. This is now a pretty strong attack on the other side. With these two tank vacs and just a bunch of Marines.
2 tanks, 1 Marines against what looks like just 4 queens and a couple roaches coming out right now. It's going to be very tough to hold, especially with the medevacs be able to juggle these tanks around and dodge shots. No Ravagers out.
And that spot right there is very tough for Zerg to engage in these spots without Ravagers to drop those files.
Yeah, this is looking tough for PSosa. He's out of transfuse now. He's got 1 more transfuse, looks like. Doesn't even hit it. Speed's about to finish, but he's got no lings anyway. It's just roaches against these siege tanks in a great position by Monk. Cutting off reinforcements from the third as well.
He's going to be in a great position macro-wise, even if he doesn't do that much damage, and it looks like he's still going to be able to get a lot of damage.
Go, Spore Crawler, go! I like how he wants Spore Crawler, so maybe by some miracle takes out the medevac.
It did in theory eat up a couple tank shots.
That queen went flying. Yeah, it took a couple tank shots, that's true. I didn't think of that one. It looks like he's going to eventually hold this off, but he lost a lot of that. I think he lost 4 queens.
I mean, he still hasn't even... These tanks are still here.
Yeah, the tanks are still here.
I mean, he didn't lose pretty much any economy, but in terms of army, he's definitely lost a bunch. And then he's been forced to be baking nothing but roaches at this point.
I mean, the Terran's ahead in workers. He's got his third base up. He's muling out. These tanks are still here, being annoying as hell.
Yeah, I mean, he still
taking queens out.
Tanks with.
Ouch. Tank, snipe it. I was expecting to drop it real quick, snipe that queen, and get out. Oh no, you can't though. There's a delay now, right? When you drop. It's a pretty significant delay, right?
Yeah, it's.
Yeah. It used to be insane, right? I don't really remember.
It used to be instantaneous. Now there's a delay.
It's like back in the day when you had Colossus drops, that would drop, immediately hit, and then pick up.
Yeah, that was good.
I remember watching TLO do it, like Wings of Liberty. I'm like, holy crap! And these tanks are just not going away.
And Liberators here in the back now.
Yep. Oh, this is. Looks like PSosa is getting.
PSosa. He's down 20 workers. He's had to completely evacuate his main. There's still 2 tanks here.
Yep.
And then back on the other side of the map, there's a very legitimate Terran army beginning to.
Yep. It's getting picked apart by this initial harass and then everything afterwards. And now he's got to run away.
You can definitely see a big part of it. PSosa is banking up a decent amount of money because he's being forced to constantly deal with this harassment, and constantly deal with all this stuff.
He's not injecting as much. He needs to use transfuses.
While Monk, who's ahead in army or heading in economy, is spending he's macro spending his money.
I love that. I love when whenever you see like a medevac going across the map and there's Ravagers, you just go for it. You try. You know you're never gonna hit it, but you gotta try.
The one chance that he accidentally right-clicks.
I always do that. Just
maybe you win the game.
Yeah, like he actually doesn't look and just gets sniped out by a Ravager shot. It's every game's got a little bit of gambling in it, right? Just little hope.
Trying to get through here. I mean, this army I don't think it has enough to contest.
That's a lot of stuff.
Saying you have to make something happen. Very good corrosive vial shots there.
Yeah. Monk only drops 1 siege tank. It's almost like I don't care. I don't need all these siege tanks. Come on, hit me.
Yeah, and now that all the tanks are down, you're just kind of seeing how much power they have.
Yeah.
4th attempting to go up for PSosa, but economically he's just so far behind at this point.
Yep. Economics behind. Army way behind as well. It's 30 supply back on his army.
He's even behind in upgrades.
Yep.
G2's
so,
a little bit
It's all going wrong with PSosa here.
Yeah. Basically everything from that first initial roach
Yeah.
poke.
It's the roach poke that was able to be like he was caught out right by Monk at the third, and he had nothing to defend that extra like the follow up attack from Monk. That's what really cost him, I think.
And it wasn't like it was a big, such an attack from Terran that he would put himself economically behind for it. And also, the other thing is, PSosa has not been able to contest medevacs at all this game. I mean, you just look at all these medevacs here.
Yeah. Did you see right before those? Did you see right before he dropped those? They were like in a nice, perfect circle. I didn't know you could do that with medevacs. It almost looked like a magic box of medevacs. It was cool.
Yeah, but being able to retain 11 medevacs basically the entire game just gives him so much more freedom to do what he needs with his gas and with minerals.
Yeah, 11 it almost looks like all these Marines have their own personal medevac, all full energy medevacs as well. So you don't have to worry about that.
Monk's go down to take his fourth. I mean, he can afford to sort of slow play this, but I think that at some point, if he attacks, just looking at the supplies, there's not much.
I mean, with these positions, you could take this base, siege up around here, and just slowly push onto PSosa's third.
Yeah.
Which I think is what he's going to do.
Drop the tank, and as soon as the tank
he's going to stim in.
How much damage they do.
He doesn't care.
It's basically too little too late at this point. Up 100 supply.
Yeah. You know, Terrans feeling confident when they see a bunch of roaches and they stim into the middle of them. Yeah. It's like, I got this.
No worries, guys.
Although PSosa is getting some pretty decent bio shots, I have to admit. It's hitting like everything. I just don't think Monk even cares. His bio shots
were very good, but it was at that point he was just so far behind.
Yeah, yeah. All right.